a number of key challenges that we see the healthcare industry being under. One is, shortage of staff. A lot of staff are either retiring, we're aging staff. There's a lot more patient throughput, right? So there's an element of going deeper in diagnostics and really helping our customers meet those operational challenges. And robotics is one element in how to maybe democratize ultrasound by bringing, additional capacity through physical AI, physical robotic AI, into the diagnostics and interventional space. I think it should also help with the sale of our systems. Right now, if you look at sale of a system, you could argue that our systems are somewhat limited by number of sonographers that and clinicians that can use it.
I think the robotics can go across ultrasound. I think there's some areas that it has a better entry point. The therapy for treatment, it really is more of an oncology play, in my opinion. There are other uses. I wouldn't necessarily think that therapy from people use ultrasound for physical therapy and such. That's more commoditized from my standpoint. For me, it would be more the advanced technology spaces where it would be more of interest to us. To be successful in a business, you have to be financially healthy. To be financially healthy, you have to have had success in the market. You have to have
Yep.
a brand for yourself. You
Yep.
have to have share. So to me, they're all different ways to define success, right?
If you do that yourself, how long it is going to take and how much investment is going to take, right?
Right. Yeah.
Time is all it's not that sometimes the investment is more the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why reinvent if something is available in in slightly immature stage somewhere, right? You
Yeah.
bring that in and build on top of it. So think of those options as part of the equation. Cardiology is like a billion, 1.2.
Yeah.
OBGYN is about 1.3. Okay, call it similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
The general imaging market is 2.5, the biggest. Another nuance, unless somebody already told you that, is if you see the word cardiology, you see the word OBGY, obstetrics, they're all very focused problem statements, right? Pain points to be solved.
So how is it? I think it's engaging. It's dynamic because you're very let's say different engagement across the world, and it's very interesting because you learn, let's say, next to working with people and delivering, you learn a lot about cultures and how people work in different cultures and the whole work ethics around it. You're right. If you're a big organization around the world, you have a product which also sits around the world, right? So you need to not only, let's say, create the organizational situation and the trust and the assignments for people, let's say, to be able to act on their own, right? Because things come with it, let's say, your decision power, your funding, and your resourcing that you get with it. So that needs to be arranged, but it needs to also be enabled technically. That's often what people forget with R&D teams. If we have a very complex product, let's say a car, right, and we both will be working on the motor, then I cannot make a decision without involving you. But if I would be working on the motor and you would be working on the wheels, we probably can make the decision without involving each other, right?
Increasingly competitive from a density perspective, and then a cost competition and innovation perspective. It's become a very let's say busy business to be in. But typically we start from the customer need. Are you coming from a place where there's like a strong customer need? And I think there is a strong customer need that robotics can fill. And I'm sure you've in the other conversations the team has had, but the problem with ultrasound, it's very operator dependent, and it's the only imaging modality where the actual operator is doing really, really heavy manual work, right, to try and deliver that care. And over time, these sonographers get musculoskeletal issues, right?
Yep.
And that means they have to leave the workforce early,
Right.
or they work with pain, or they have limited schedules. And so that means for an ultrasound department in the hospital, they're only running a fraction of the volume that they should be running.